Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks, in fact it's been several weeks since I've done my little one-nighter. So I thought I would do one because I owe it to the channel and lots of new subscribers, so absolutely thank you for that. Really is much appreciated. So I'm a guy of commitment. I made a commitment to doing this YouTube channel, so I'm going to continue. Where I am tonight, I'm in the beautiful little seaside town of Blyth, not far from where I live. Just to give you a bit of background, didn't really plan to come here. The month of August has been pretty dead for me. I haven't had the chance to go out anywhere due to family commitments. I mean, it's just been non-stop looking after my old man. So that's been quite intense. So I thought I've got to get away. So I thought, excuse me, Blyth, just up the road. Seen this little spot on Search for Sites and also Park for Night. So I thought I'd give it a go. So here at Blyth, I know Blyth from old, really. When I was younger, obviously Blyth back in the day was a real big player. You know, a historical port town, steeped in maritime history, a real big employer, a real big hard northern town back in the day. It is totally transformed now. It is totally different. You know, I don't really give this place much of a chance, really. So what I'm going to try and do is go to the lesser known places up and down the coast of the north, starting from Blyth. I'm going to stay away from the Annex and the Ambles and the Bamburghs because they've been done to death. They've been saturated to anything. So I've parked here. It's late in the evening. I'm going to bring you up to speed. We're going to go for a little wander and I'm going to tell you what I know about Blyth. I'm not going to jump into Wikipedia and cherry pick some facts here and out. Just my knowledge of Blyth and the area, because you're going to have a look at things here that I've never seen before. You know, I always thought it was a hard, cold, bit of a dreary place, a northern town on its arse. But honestly, we're going to go for a wander soon and you're going to be mesmerised. You're going to be, you know, and it's pretty good that these places have been transformed over the years and not a lot of people know about them, because when they become more popular, the house prices shoot up, you know, and it just comes jammed. I'm on for quieter camp spots. So we're going to go for a wander around. I've got a couple of burgers there, I've got a couple of beers, but I've been naughty. I'm just going to neck one now, just to quench my thirst, like, you know, get the juices flowing. We'll go for a wander. We're going to come back, we're going to cook some. I've got some real fat burger, you just fancy a burger. So I'm going to fry some of them off. Just burger, couple of beers, beer review, and we're going to talk with usual shite. In the morning, the weather isn't too bad. I'm not going to take you up and down the beach because it's all been done before. This is quite interesting along here. Apologise if there's all the shouting in the background there. We've got lots of young kids fishing off the pier here, which is really nice to see, getting the young kids doing that. So come along with me and let's see what we discover together. So that's where we are tonight. But we're just going to wander. Not really going to see any action. Not really going to see any drama. That's what this channel's about, really. Like, you know, it's not what I want from a YouTube channel. You know, I've come to this place to see what has changed. Is it worth visiting? I'll probably let you know in the morning, actually, if a quiet night's sleep, because that usually takes a visit, doesn't it? No matter where you go, if you have a good night's sleep, it usually lets you know if you should come again. But there's a lot of money being spent around here, along these parts. You know, in front of us here, learning energy hubs, all green industries, wind turbines, and massive employer up here. You know, we're going to sneak down here and see what we can see. And this is all brand new. This, You know, the local communities, the local universities, they've got kids in. This is the new generation now, this is the new thing, you know, and rightly so. You know, the good times are gone, the hard times are gone. This is what it is now. You know, these are the environments on these coastal towns, especially up north. I mean, I've spent a lot of time down south, and they all say, ooh, it's grim up north. You know, it's cold and miserable. Let them think that, because if they think that, they're staying down there. Well, we know different, don't we? We're cut from a different cloth up here. We'll get on with it. We don't mourn, you know. I like that northern kind of energy that you have. If you're born and bred up here, you get on with it. You don't mourn, and you just go forth, you know. It's getting a bit dark now, really, and kind of walking around in a circle here. So we're just going to head back to the van, and we're going to cook them a couple of burgers I promised myself, and we're going to have a couple of beers there. Now, I got these beers from Morrison's yesterday, not my usual place, I must admit. You know, pushed the boat out, £2 a bottle, so we'll see how it goes. We'll get them on, we'll neck the beers, sizzle a few burgers, and but I'll see you back at the van. Right, can you see me now? Schoolboy error, I had it on bloody photo instead of video, so hopefully you can see he's in shot there. I'm still trying to learn how this camera. I don't spend enough time, that's a problem. Anyway, we're back to the van. It's gone pretty quiet now. So what have we got? We have a couple of Morrison's finest heck steak and butter 2 burgers. So we're going to fire them off. I've got no condiments to, what's the word I'm looking for? Condiments to go with it, or bits and pieces, so it's just going to be straight burger. Fry them off. I've got a couple of buns there. We're going to butter them up. I've washed my hands earlier, so I'm prepared. So I'm looking forward to these. You know, you see them on the shelf, and you should and shouldn't have. And they're like £4.50 for 2 burgers. But you know, that's just the way it is now, isn't it? There's just nothing cheap now. And we're going to put them in a couple of, what we got? Cheese and onion baps. What can I say? We're going to sizzle them off. I've took the battery out of the smoke alarm, so you're not going to get beep, beep, bloody beep. Oh, these are quite thick and substantial layers, like. I'll best check whether these need to be in the bloody oven first, or typical bloke eats with his eyes. Grill for best results. Well, I'm not going to do that. So I'd like to thank a few people, actually. You know, I think I'm nearly up at about 60 subscribers now, so that really is. Hope that wasn't too much more noise from the microphone. Lots of new subscribers. Can't get my words out. Lots of new subscribers, so thank you to each and every one of you who signed along. God, I really am mucking my words up when I signed along who signed up, who want to come along and watch me just rattle on. Now I've got a few things planned that I'm going to tell you about. I've got a little bit of news on my little camper that I had advertised, the little Pro Transit Connect. That's now been sold. I didn't lose any money. I didn't make any money. But you know, it went to a really nice couple. It really was a genuine good van, so I really just hope it serves them well. Because you know, when you get a nice feeling about somebody, you know, I hope it works out well for them. So I hope that serves them well. Now that leaves me the dilemma of doing another camper van project. Now what I'm going to do is, as I get the butter out the fridge, I'm going to get a Ford Transit Custom. Now I've had a couple of them before and I really enjoy turning them into camper vans because they're a nice size. You can, you know, you can park them, they can go in ordinary bays. Finding the right one though is pretty hard because most of them really have been builders vans, so they've been knocked about, smashed to bits. I hope you can hear us over the sizzling of the burgers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different because I've done a couple of camper vans before. Well, I've done several now, including this one. And we're going to record the stages of the progress of the build, really. And we're going to be clear and genuine as I can with regards to costings, how much I paid for it, all the numbers from start to finish. I'm going to try and make it as interesting as I can, you know, as camper van builds can be. Because I'm a strong believer in keeping it as simple as possible. That's what I'm going to try and do. Now, it just so happens, as I've been surfing the net all the time, as you do, and I've got a couple on my watch list on eBay. I'm actually going to see one on Thursday, all being well, a possible donor vehicle down in North Yorkshire. So, I might just take the camera along and record my journey down there and see where I get. It's saying the right things, it's ticking all the right boxes, it's within budget, and hopefully I can get a few videos out of it, and I might use it at the end. But ultimately I have to sell it because I need to try and make some money. As we all do. Anyway, first beer of the evening. What have we got? Rosso Blanco, Mallorca 1927. Oh, Jesus. Seemed a good idea at the time, but it's a lager. Can you see that there? Let's have a look at that. It's actually not too bad. Now these burgers are swimming in grease, so I'm going to have to try and soak some of the fat out of them before I put them in these burgers, put them in the burger buns. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do on Thursday, all being well. I'll find out late Wednesday night whether the visit is on. Me and you up and early Thursday morning from the on the train down to North Yorkshire. I try and record as much as I can. Excuse me, because I watch other transport videos. Because I do enjoy train transport, you know, and transportation. So we'll take the camera along and we'll try and record the situation, try and record the journey down, and hopefully I can show you the van afterwards. If I buy it, you know, it's a long way to go. I don't buy vehicles because I'm there a long way. If it doesn't feel right, doesn't sound right, I don't get the right vibes from the guy, I won't buy the van. So I'm rattling on now. I'm going to finish off frying these off and I'll bring you back in. Anyway, the burgers is done. As usual, they've shriveled up. They look massive in the packaging. I'll bring you in, see what you think. Can you see them? Hopefully the camera's picking them up. But yeah, we're going to neck them. And got lots of lines on the screen. I think it's just, I probably got the wrong settings. So apologies for that. But anyway, steak and butter burgers from Morrison's. Just done right. Well, good morning from the port of Tyne. Really nice quiet night last night. Wasn't too much road noise, but overall it wasn't, you know, it was quite a quiet night, so I can't really grumble really. So I've just been for a little mooch around, bit of a recce to show you. I want to show you a really old, well, it's Blyth old police station. It's shut now, but what a fantastic building. And there's a lovely little church along the road I want to show you as well, St. Cuthbert's. And believe it or not, there's actually a lighthouse in a back lane. As strange as it sounds, so hang around for that. And I'll show you that. So we're going to head out to the police station and we'll have a whiz around. Right, so here we are, Blyth, Nick. Blyth Police Station. What an absolutely impressive building. Now no more. I mean, to the left here, you've got the magistrates' courts, and to the right, you've got the solicitors' offices. Absolutely magnificent. I don't get run over by the big hairy arse bus. Fabulous building. You know, it's got to be great to listed this thing here. I'll go in the corner and turn it around, and we'll go for a mooch from the back and see what we can see. You can sneak through the fence, but what a fabulous building this is. I'll just turn you around. Look at that. Currently empty. Been empty for several years now, all boarded up, vandalised. But you know, look at the architecture. Look at the brutalist building. It's just absolutely magical if you ask me. Sadly going to waste. Let's go around the back. Right, we're down the side of the building now. I think this back in the day was probably like a staff car park. But what an impressive building! Like, it's just behind the quayside as such. So these are the old gates. Obviously, when you're a naughty boy, you know you're going to be arrested. You come in here, and your fate would await. So that's kind of the yard that I presume all the police vehicles went in. So we're going to go around the other side now so we can look down into the yard. But it really is a impressive building. Stood empty, unloved. I mean, it would take a lot of money to turn this into something else. So it's cheaper to have it standing empty. The church bells in here in the background of St. Cuthbert, so we're going to take a little walk through there as well. And a few things I want to show you in there that I come across. These are the kind of places I like, where they're not really touristy. And you just walk around and discover things. You know, this is what I think certainly feeds my brain, feeds my interest, these sort of buildings. We're going to go around the back. I'm going to currently take it around the other side rather than go through all the traffic. Right. We've been naughty, we've sneaked up some communal stairwell. So this is the rear yard. As I was walking across the front there, the big plaque on the door says, it's an old plaque obviously, pine, Bridge Constabulary. I wonder if that's like pre-Northumberland Police, when they brought them under the Northumberland Police umbrella. But yeah, this is the rear yard. I don't know if the camera shows it actually, but the windows, obviously some pigeons in that one, you know, the windows are pretty impressive. So I wonder if it was something else before it was a police station. I'm not really sure. There's a big gate that you come in and out of. But yeah, absolute sacrilege, I think, absolute waste of a lovely building. So we're going to go on to St Cuthbert's around the corner. A few things I'm going to show you around there. So I'm in the gardens of St Cuthbert's Church. Built in 1751. What a fabulously kept church this is. We'll take a little wander around and look at this entrance door here. What the attention to detail. Look at that. According to the plaque, it was the first holy church in the area. If it is original, it really is beautifully kept. It's in cheeky little grounds of residential area, and there's a little graveyard around the back. So we're going to take a little walk around there. But I do like these places. First thing in the morning, very quiet, uninterrupted. I mean, I'm going to go all kind of geeky on you here, but I do like how they stand the test of time. And the reason why they stand the test of time is for things like this. If I can get out the sunlight. I mean, it's just a cast iron drain pipe with a head at the top and a hop at the bottom. But just look at the brackets. This is why these environments, these buildings last so long. Look at the intricacy there. It's not like the plastic shit we have now on buildings. That's going to see to the end of time, that. Fabulous building. But down the side here, I mean, they've recently been celebrating VE Day. This looks pretty new. Again, remembering those who have lost. Sorry, VJ Day, beg your pardon. This has been put together where you can sit for 5 minutes. A lot of information on the parachute regiment there. But yeah, it's a cracking little spot, like. This building here, again part of the church grounds, I don't really know what it is, to be honest. It doesn't look residential. It's certainly used because obviously it's got plastic windows in it. And there's a couple of blue plaques there on the wall. But yeah, this is St Cuthbert's. Right in the town centre, behind the police station in Blyth. So I'm going to take you to the lighthouse in the lane. Yes, you heard us right. I'll show you when we get there. Right, this is the real Bath Lane. I did promise you to show you a lighthouse in the lane. And here it is. In a residential back lane. Unbelievable. That looks like it's actually attached to somebody's house. Oops, car going past. But yeah, look at that. Looks well kept. There's no plaque, no information on it, so it must be privately owned now. What a fabulous thing to have. I mean, usually sort of things you see in back lanes is bloody broken down cars and rubbish and junk. But yeah, look at that. A lighthouse in the lane. It's probably been here before all these houses are on the right. But yeah. Right, let's head to the beach. Blyth South Beach. What a lovely beach this is. Tuesday morning. I really am impressed. The weather ain't the best. There's a big car park there, massive car park, free. Yeah, the sign says no overnight camping, but you can park up to 72 hours. Work that one out, I do not know. But anyway, let's walk, because there's a few bits to see along here. Beach huts, you can rent these out for the day. There was a sign on the information board back there. Fabulous location. But there's lots of people wandering up and down. Dragging the bank holiday out. I mean, in the distance there you can see right down to Whitley Bay. Is that St Mary's Lighthouse? I'm not too sure. The weather ain't the best. It's not cold, but this is a blue flag beach. But yeah, I really am impressed by Blyth, to be honest. I'm going to come here again. You could probably spend a couple of days here. Lots of free parking. That's an absolute bonus, I think. Lots of places for you to park as well. It's a good thing about these not so touristy places that they are hidden gems, I think. You know. So along here, I'm going to show you my 6-inch gun. Easy now, easy. These are replicas from the Second World War. I think they were replaced in 2019, what we see now in front of us. But from the Second World War, replicas, looking out over the sea, protecting our shores from the enemy. So we'll have a little wander. There's several of them scattered along the coast, overlooking out into the North Sea. There's some on the other side there, the visitor centre. Lots of places to park. Lots of places to eat. Really am impressed by Blyth. You can walk all the way down to the south there towards Whitley Bay. Or all the way along this way towards, I think it's Ashington, New Biggin by the Sea. Them are on my radar. We're going to visit there, but not today. But yeah, definitely worth the visit in my book. Decent spot to stay over, right on the quayside. Commissioner's Quay. Pub just up the road. I didn't try it, I'm going to save that for another time. But yeah, definitely one of the better ones. So if you can, please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this little wander along Blyth in Northumberland. This is like the southeast corner of Northumberland. Really has transformed into a really nice place over the decades now. So once again, thank you for all the new subscribers and some of the original ones as well. Well, every single subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really is much appreciated. Starting to generate a few comments now, which is quite good. You know, I'll always respond to every single comment. They've all been good, they've all been positive, which is good. But be safe, be you, and I'll see you on the next one.